Good evening. This is my podcast. Talk about everything, all about nothing. My name is Dana McFadden. I'm here with one of the most favorite people in my life, my cousin Jenefierd Williams.
Well, hi Dana. How are you?
How are you doing, hon?
I am wonderful.
So what are we going to talk about before we get to talk about any and everything and what's going on with you? How about that? I know you said you didn't want this one, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Nothing much. Just working, trying to stay safe from the COVID. Life's changed a lot since COVID, so I pretty much, just became a hermit crab.
Oh,
yeah, sad to say, but I feel like right now, even though with the numbers coming down, people still out doing things that aren't safe. So in order to protect yourself, you have to take whatever precautions is necessary.
I understand that because last night I had I went to a birthday party for my coworker, and when we got there, it was so many people, and my anxiety went out of the roof. But I still went because even though I see people with no mask, I'm gonna put my mask on. I'm gonna have my hand sanitizer, and I'm gonna do what keep me safe because I don't want to take nothing back home to my family. Right. Like I said, we are testers. Because I'd like to visit my family members and other families. So I have my negative test on my phone as soon as I get one. If I got a negative, quarantine is what we do.
Right.
So have y'all been in your main household? Have y'all been lucky?
Well, my house has. Well, let me say this. My daughter's had it, but she doesn't live with me, which was kind of hard because being a mom, you want to take care of your child. Mm-hmm. But I did have to mask up, double glove up, and rush her to the emergency room. And the thought of catching COVID from her didn't cross my mind because all I could think of was my child was sick. She couldn't breathe. So I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't catch it. I've been tested a couple times, having surgical procedures and things like that. And like I said, I don't come outside unless it's necessary, and I limit my visitors. Mm-hmm. I mean, very limited. It was so bad one time that I got confused with my days. And I woke up on a Sunday. I work from home. So I woke up on a Sunday morning and got up and woke her up saying, get up. You got to get up. You got to go to the doctor. I got to sign into my computer. Get up and get yourself together. It was Sunday morning. Ooh. And that's when I realized I hadn't been outside of my house, not even on my porch, for 2 weeks. So I made it a vow that I would come outside once a week. So I started going to Walmart, put on my gloves. I carry my COVID bag. My COVID bag consists of my wipes. I have spray, gloves, name it. If it's something to sterilize and keep myself clean, then it's in that bag. So I get out and that's how I go. And then it got to the point Walmart wasn't enough.
So did you go further?
So what I started to start doing is on Saturdays, I get in my car and I may ride far out as 2 hours.
Okay.
I may get out the car and walk somewhere with not many people, or I go to Wendy's, get me a 4x4 and drive back.
The big bag ain't never disappointed nobody.
Drive back home because you got to have some kind of interaction with human. It's cool that I can talk on the phone and I can FaceTime, but it's nothing like human interaction with each other. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing I miss about COVID. It's just like people I want to visit, like the older family members. I can't do it. Like my mama, when COVID first came out, I wouldn't even go to her house. If I had her mail, I would take her mail, I'll blow the horn, take the mail and throw it on the porch, jump back in the car and drive off. Okay. And it was like, she didn't understand that.
And a lot of them do, like my grandmama, which is your aunt. We had an incident where they went to saw her on Thursday last week. And they didn't tell everybody that we could go see her. But it wasn't like that. It was like she rode herself, because she's in a nursing home, rode herself to the office and was like, look, I need to see some of my family members. If you don't, I'm going to escape. And knowing Miss Lassie.
No, I know she was going to escape.
She was going to escape.
Oh,
so
I know.
They called my sisters. They called my baby sister and my mom. And so they just hurried up and got there. Just so, look, we still looking. We love you. We waiting to see you. We can't wait. Don't just hold on a little bit longer because they're trying to let up some of these barriers that they got so we can't get in and see. So I understand not wanting to, even if you can't touch the person, just, you want to. I love you. I'm not. You have not forgotten. And see, I'm totally opposite because I love being by myself in my room. But I also like the thought of that. I know Mickey and Peanut Antonio is down the hall.
But see, that's hard with the kids. Like when Michaela, when it first started, she was staying with me, and she works at Walmart.
And that's a lot of people.
She was wanting to be around her little crew at work and some of her friends. But I kept telling her, you can't do this. Right now, it's not the time. And she wasn't understanding. So one day I was working at my last job, and I was going to work, and Ricky Smiley came on. And it was a lady was on there that said she was having the same problem with her son. So she had to sit it down to me and break it down to me in layman's term. And what she said is, son, you're going to go out to this party. You're with 50 people.
Yep.
Those 50 people being around, you don't know how many people and who they being with or what those people got. You're going to catch the virus from one of them because they're going to hand you a cup. They don't wipe their nose. They don't touch you. They don't snap. They don't laugh. They don't cough. They don't sneeze or whatever.
All right.
You're going to feel fine. You're going to come home. Hey, Ma, how you doing? And give me a hug. Now I have the virus. I don't know I have the virus. I go see your grandmother. Hey, Mama, and I hug her. Now she has the virus. And the virus just spreads and spreads and spreads. All because you couldn't say, hey, friends, this is not the time to be having a party. This is not the time for this. I can't do this because I don't want to infect my mother and my grandmother and so forth and so forth.
Exactly.
But once I told Michaela, I broke it to her that way, she understood it. Mm-hmm. Because as a teenager, all she understood was, I can't go no way.
Yeah. But young adult. We ain't gonna call her teenager.
Well, she's a young adult. She's 20, so she's a young adult. But she didn't understand it. But I had to let her know. I said, just like you want to go, I want to go.
Hey, being stuck up in the house ain't always fun.
I don't do a lot because I'm not as outgoing as I used to be. Because the way things are now with people and the things happening in society and
even before that, I think but
not even just the COVID, it's just things happening, with the growing up in life and me being 49 and seeing so much happening and going on. Yeah. I changed the way I think about things, where I would go somewhere and bust up and like, I'm here, y'all. I'm not that person anymore. I come in and now I got to observe and see everybody and what's going on. Then I make a decision whether I'm going to stay and go. And half the time I leave. I don't go anywhere. I just don't, I'm not with the shits anymore.
Absolutely.
Not with that anymore. So I just be like, and I have my temper's gotten worse, sir.
As you got older?
I'm very anal, right? So it's just like, don't play with me. And I carry. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to put myself in a situation
where you had to defend yourself.
Well, I'm going to have to defend myself. So the best thing for me to do is not to put myself there because I don't want to be doing 20 to life because I'm going to kill them. Because I ain't going to let nobody hurt me. That's just me. That's just how that's how I feel. So, but it's just the simple things in life that you miss because of COVID. Being with your loved one. My friend, it's not like he's like me. He doesn't go out anywhere. He doesn't be around too many people. So that way we can be around each other. Because when the first time I went to his house when COVID was going on, we didn't come outside. I guess we thought we might have had it or something because we was quarantining from each other. And then when I went to his house, I had it so bad. I brought thermometers and gloves, and I got about 200 things of masks. And I go to his house, and he zaps me with the thermometer, and he looking at me, and he's staring at me. He didn't know what to say.
He didn't know what to say because he like, even though he knew your lifestyle, even though he knew your personality, like she don't be around. Right? Can I take the chance?
Yeah, exactly.
Could she just be a carrier, and I could be the type of person that gets deadly sick? So. Exactly.
So it was just like it was the first visit there was weird. It was just like he just stood there and he kept looking at me, and I said, "You're nervous, aren't you?" And it was, yes, I'm nervous, which is understandable.
Yeah. And so while you hanging out with your friend and going through all this, then slowly but surely y'all got comfortable with each other.
Oh yeah, we most definitely got comfortable with each other. I mean, after a while, but then we tried to go different places, and then we realized how uncomfortable we were with people.
All over again.
All over again. So it was like, just watching people and looking like, y'all not even trying to put on a mask? I'm like, are y'all serious?
Don't worry, I had my own Karen moment. They can say what they want, but I had my own Karen moment at Walmart.
It wasn't Walmart. We tried me, but she won't.
She never tried us. I think we too dark for the situation. Anyway, We had our own Karen moment in, was it Roses? Me and Mickey was going in Roses, and this white lady was standing in the door. They have revolving doors at our Roses. She standing in the middle of the door, no mask on, no distance. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." And she act like she didn't hear me, but you can't not miss this block body right here. Okay. So Mickey looking at me, I'm looking at her. This white lady said, she didn't even look at us when she said what she said. "I'm holding the door for my mom." I said, "Ma'am, it's a revolving door. You ain't got to hold the door. It'll open up all by itself." So she still had to move out of the way. Before I know, you don't get your motherfucking ass out the goddamn way. You see me and my daughter trying to get in here, and you ain't got no mask on. Move.
Yeah.
She politely did what, Mitt?
Yeah, but I
almost felt bad, but I did.
I haven't experienced that yet, and I don't think I will. I guess they say I have that resting bitch face on a lot. So
and you do. And you do.
So I don't have those issues. I be wanting to smoke, but just don't get it.
Yeah, no. I got my one. But she didn't clap back, so I kind of felt a little bad. But then I didn't, because like I said, Mickey was our only one in our whole household who contracted COVID. Mm-hmm. But she contracted it from work. Mm-hmm. But I was real adamant about nobody getting it, because I was still going to work every day. And like I say, Smithfield is a large plant.
Right.
And the slaughterhouse will just people coming in, going, leaving. I couldn't take no chances with that. So that's why they end up like that. So I want to be safe in my own house. So I want to be safe going to work, still paying these bills, because I watched some of my friends who didn't work at my company or other companies in the struggle.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me. I mean, I left my job. I had a good job. I was working at a gun plant, building guns, and I didn't feel safe at work because they didn't take precautions. Mm. So I'm the only one in the plant, and I work very close with somebody. I'm like rubbing shoulder to shoulder, and nobody has on masks. So I wore a mask, and so I got treated like
a leper.
Like I had balls or whatever was going on, and they was coming, "You got COVID." If I had COVID, do you think I would be here? No, I'm trying to prevent myself from y'all. Y'all like to share each other's sodas, each other vapes, and all kind of stuff. I don't want what y'all got.
No.
So then I went back to another job that gave me opportunity to come back, and it was less pay. And it hurt me because I had to take less pay. But I'm working from home in order to feel safe. And I felt like I shouldn't have had to do that. My job should have stepped up and said, "Hey, we are considered an essential worker," which I don't understand how a gun plant is considered an essential worker.
Yeah, because...
But we are considered essential workers.
I never know metal to feed nobody.
Well, they have government contracts, so that's why we was considered essential workers.
Again, the government is full of shit.
Okay, once again, I agree. So that means we had to. I just felt like they should have did better, and they didn't. So I said, "Well, you don't want to do better for me. I'm gonna do better for myself."
Yeah.
And then everything was fine. You know, like I said, Michaela had it, but then my mom is in Virginia, and the whole house had it.
Wow.
Two people in the house wind up in ICU. They both wind up with a bad case of pneumonia. Thank God my mama's on, which I thought was gonna be bad for her with her age, but it didn't. She did pretty good. She still, and it's been 3 months now, I think, and she still hasn't got her taste buds back.
Yeah.
So that's her main thing. She's like, she's coming home, and she's like, "I'm a quarantine for 14 days because I got to see you, and I don't want to give it to you." I'm like, "Okay." Then she says, "I can't wait to come home so I can take the shot," because she tried to take it in Virginia, but because she's a resident of South Carolina, they won't let her take it. I felt like it shouldn't matter where she's a resident from. If she's wanting to take the shot, let her take it. She's of the age.
Well, I understand that, especially like I said, they provide the shot, and they provide us with a very nice shot, but they didn't have enough doses. And again, I talk about this plant that I work at. This is not an estimate. We are the largest plant that serves in the world, and you knew how many employees you had, and you bring a handful of shots. That makes no sense.
I used to work at your location.
Yes, you did work at my location.
Lord have mercy. That's a whole nother episode. Okay, but yeah,
I'm all right with the slaughterhouse. I've been in the slaughterhouse for 13 years, and I'm telling you right now, I had to come off. I had to leave a floor and go to another floor, so I didn't lose my job. But then you're right, that is a whole another episode.
Yeah, it's different. That's all I'm gonna say.